Alright, so it's night 2 of our latest build. Patrick's gonna keep helping me. And let's see here, we left off at installing the SSD drive. Finally got that done late last night. This is taking way longer than I expected it to, which is probably just a testament to the fact that I haven't put one together in 12 years. You know, there are things that are different, like this heatsink and fan assembly was different than I expected it to be. Finding the screw for this wasn't exactly easy. Checking to make sure this was connected tightly was kind of a chore. But we're ready to move on to what I expect to be the easier parts. So let's get to it. Alright, so we're going to install the RAM. We got G.Skill 16 gig Ripjaw series. So we're going to do some quick cleanup here because the next step is to put in, we can do either the video card or we can do the power supply, but we got all these screws out here, so I think we got to clean up some of these screws first. So what do you want to do next? Video card?
Yeah, I guess.
Actually, let's do power supply.
Okay.
Gotta get in here at some point. Alright, Patrick's gonna do the honors of fully unboxing the power supply. Has a bottom loading power supply. Most of the cases that I checked out were like this. I'm pretty sure it's for better airflow design because the case is lifted off the floor with these feet. There's a I actually didn't know this until last night, but there's a filter here, and the fan on the bottom of on the power supply pulls air, well, whether it's mounted on the bottom or the top, the fan pulls air in this direction. So it pulls cool air in from the bottom, and then it shoots hot air out the back. Then you got your top fan up here that pulls air off the from this direction. So this fan pulls hot air away from the CPU, and then this fan shoots it out the back. It can also float out the top, depending on how long the case ends up having nothing on top of it, since I do have a tendency to put papers. This is our GeForce 1050 FTW. This card might look pretty massive. It isn't that big compared to some other cards on the market. It just has a nice large cooling fan on it. PCIe. If you didn't notice, our video card has a power connector on it. This is necessary for good modern graphics. These graphics cards pull so much power that you need to plug extra power into them. So when you're shopping for a graphics card, you always have to look and see how much power, what's the power rating, how big of a power supply does it need. There's also CPU, 8-pin CPU connector. Why do we need this? Because the system's not going to boot without it. And it's in. That's really it. We got these last two. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to hook our front and rear fan. So we need to do some serious cable management. Like this for now. Once we make sure everything's working, we'll do some serious cable management. They give us lots of zip ties, and looks like there's some grommets in there too. But we should be able to zip tie almost everything down along here, along the front, probably some along the top in order to clean some of this up. It'll look a lot cleaner. I had a hard time getting this in here, not really because of the cables, but because this spot in between here, this is kind of tight for my fingers because this video card is so huge. But let's see if it boots up. This is the moment of truth.